What's up, guys? I'm your host, Steven, hashtag 40acre Addicts. Go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell because supper is always ready. That's what keeps us growing. Here's my other host, Henry Gatlin, and welcoming special guest, Robert Gatlin. What's up, guys?
Hashtag 40 acre ad coming at you. Hook 'em.
Hook 'em, baby. Let's get to 1K. So, today, go ahead.
Still giving away the Jacoby Jones glove at 1,000 subscribers. Let's do this.
Yeah, Jacoby Jones glove will be coming at 1,000 subscribers. So y'all hit that subscribe button and we'll be doing a raffle at the end of it. So just stay tuned. Keep us going, baby. Alright, this is part 2 of the 2021 season preview and predictions. We are now starting with the second half of the schedule from Oklahoma State, Baylor, Iowa State, Kansas, West Virginia to Kansas State. And we're going to start with, of course, game number 7, Oklahoma State at Texas. Let's go ahead and start with Gat, cuz. What are your thoughts on this game, Gat?
I'm having a hard time hearing you. You talking about the season or this Oklahoma State game?
Oklahoma State game.
Okay, wow. At that point in the season, we're going to be beat up 6 games in a row, 6 tough games. I don't predict us losing by any means, but it's going to be tough, man. We're going to be beat up at that point. So what you think, Robert?
Well, I mean, you got a point. You know, you and I were just looking at the schedule, and we only have one bye week, and it's the week right after Oklahoma
State.
I thought it was after Oklahoma.
No, Oklahoma State, 7 games.
Yeah, that's rough. I don't know. I mean, I don't expect us to lose to Oklahoma State either, especially after last year. I don't know. You know, I think at that point we'll be 6-1. You know, with the loss to Oklahoma.
All right, you sticking with that? I got you.
All right.
What you think, Road Dog?
All right. I have us losing that game, honestly. I think after 6 straight wins, and the last 3 of those 6 being Texas Tech, TCU, and Oklahoma, just like it was last year. Remember how beat up and hurt we were last year at this point, and we didn't even make it out of there without 2 losses. And this year, I think we make it out of there undefeated. But when we get to Oklahoma State's coming off a big bowl win like we are. They beat Miami with old King over there leading the way, who also came back for his super senior year, and he will be back at Miami. But they beat him in the Cheez-It Bowl 37-34. I remember watching that game, and they had a chance, Miami, to come back and win in the last minutes of the game, but failed to do so under Oklahoma State's defense. And I was just reading up, and it said that Oklahoma's big question is on offense, not on defense. Their defense, they're returning almost all their starters. At least 6 starters from last year are for sure. And out of all their all-conference players, they only lost 2 to the draft. So, and they have their 2 starting safeties coming back, and both of them are tied for the most interceptions on the team, and it's like, I want to say they're in like the top 10 or 15 in the nation in interceptions tied together. But so their defense is going to be just as good as it was last year, if not better. I mean, we are talking about Mr. Mullet, man. I mean, he knows football, regardless if you like it or not. He's the winningest coach Oklahoma State has ever had. I also just read that up. And they were 8-3 last year, which is better than ours record last year, and they were 6-3, which put them 3rd in the Big 12 behind Oklahoma and Iowa State, which put us at 4th. So they only got one thing knocking us off, and they want vengeance. They were 4-0 when they came against us last year. We gave them their first L and screwed their season and chance to getting into the conference championship or playoff. And so they're going to have that chip on their shoulder. And their running backs they're replacing, their big question on offense is Nick Chuba. Sorry. I cannot pronounce this man's name at the moment, but you know who I'm talking about. Chuba Hubbard was drafted the NFL, and that is their big question because they still have Spencer Sanders in there at quarterback, but they're returning Desmond Jackson and L.D. Brown, which I believe both were 4-star running backs coming out of high school, so you can't just count something like that. They're just unproven is all. And so we don't know what they're going to have on offense. But us being as beat up as we are, it's not going to take as much as we think for us to be seriously sweating in the fourth quarter on that game. So I have us losing 21-24.
Whew. And I say we're going to be beat up, but honestly, we got 4 to 5 running backs deep. Our D line is 3 people deep in each position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we might be a little beat up, but we got depth. You know what I'm saying?
See, and that's how Alabama wins too, and that's where he came from. That's how you win and get in the playoffs is having that depth.
Yeah. And apparently we're going after another Alabama linebacker.
Oh man, we already got Davis, brother.
We got King Moore in the works.
I have this little star notes on my side page, and I got one for you. Who is the next star linebacker on our defense other than Overshawn, because that's already known? Who, out of all these guys and all the ones that have been here, who's our next star?
Devin Richardson.
Devin Richardson?
Yep, the transfer from New Mexico.
Okay. I can rock with that.
He's already been an all-conference in his league, and he's already got good stats as a freshman. He's coming in as a sophomore, so he's going to have a few years under PK, you know what I mean, and Jeff Choate. So, yeah, I see him doing some things.
All right.
Robert?
I don't know.
You got David Benda, Ford. You got maybe a Tyler Owens.
And we're talking about the next star linebacker or defensive player.
Yes.
Linebacker, wasn't it?
I'll tell you who I'm going with just because, and this isn't a super educated guess, this is more piggybacking off of just everything I've heard this spring. I'm going Ray Thornton. He's the one I've heard the most compliments from since Sharp has been in office and has been getting these linebackers.
Yeah, honestly, I've heard his leadership is of championship caliber.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Status.
And what us saying different names already tells you that another position we got depth. Like we're deep right now. We're deep. Like I want all these boys to ball. I want to have the biggest draft class Texas has ever had in its history. I want to draft like 18 people, 19 people.
I hope Ben Davis is back by the Oklahoma game.
Yeah. Even I'm sure he will be. Even if he got to be in a big old cast or something, it don't matter. He'll be there.
Well, they said 6 to 8 weeks, and that was like a week ago. So that would put him right at fall camp. He should be out of it and walking.
And be at least walking around and doing the resistant band workouts and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and I still don't know if it's a foot or a toe. I haven't been able to find out the truth on that. I wish I had some inside information, a source, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I don't honestly know the truth on which one's broke, a foot or a toe.
Right. I do want to throw this out there about my prediction on the Oklahoma State game. All right. Of course, burnt orange goggles on. I do not want us to lose it. But being realistic, I really think that's going to be our first loss of the season. But let's throw a what if. What if State does not show up at DKR and we run them out of town and we're 7-0 going into our first bye week?
We'll be number 4 in the nation at least, I hope.
You know what I think? I think if we go 7-0 into that bye week, we're coming off starting with Baylor. Then after Baylor, we got a little bit of a challenge, but we're already ramping back up with Iowa State and Brees Hall and all them boys. And then it's Kansas till we get another break. West Virginia, who we have to play at their stadium, but I mean
they got a good defensive line. Those
Yeah.
twin brothers are coming back for a super senior season.
Yeah, I see us, and it's a big if, but if we go 7-0, I think we go 12-0. But I do not see us going 7-0.
Facts.
I don't think we make 7-0, but if we do, I think we're going 12-0.
If we make it through both Oklahoma games unscathed with wins, well, that says something about the coaching staff.
Yeah, for sure.
Which in turn speaks more highly to CDC.
Only thing that worries me is, you still look at Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley, and that tremendous team, and you wouldn't think that a team like Kansas State or a lot of these other schools would have their number, and they have. Kansas State beat them the last 2 years. And we would never expect that. And what if one of these games come and bite us in the ass and not able to get over that hump? It's like, it'd be like Sharks with Kryptonite team in a way, I guess you could say.
All right, well, let's jump into number 2.
Baylor, at Baylor. Well, I want to start this one out. I'm going to go ahead and just do it quick and easy. My predicament is what is it? 62 to 10. Blowout win for Texas. We go to Waco and we just shut it down. That's all I gotta say. All gas, no brakes, right?
All right, I'm free.
Coming off the bye week.
Tell me why Longhorn Network, Lo Galindo and Fozzie Whitaker predicted us to come in 4th in the Big 12 this year.
Wow, really?
They predicted Oklahoma,
Iowa, and then
Iowa, TCU, and then
TCU. Oh. You know, if they're thinking that highly on TCU, then there's something we don't know that Gary Patterson's over there doing. And we need to be a little bit more worried about that TCU being right before Oklahoma, like it was last year. That's something that we should definitely be concerned about, I think.
I think they said either TCU or Oklahoma State could get that 3rd spot. I think they left
So
it up
that's
to
who
2.
I was going to say was Oklahoma State. I was going to say Oklahoma, Iowa State, Oklahoma State.
Either way, they got us coming in fourth place.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, I just want to throw that out there real quick. I seen that last night. I mean, that's like, I don't know. That's our channel, you know? Like, support us, so have the faith that we have. Burn Orange Glass fans right here, boy.
What's y'all's prediction for the score of that game?
I don't know the score, but I'm not gonna say we're gonna lose. We're gonna win.
Yeah. So just keep in mind that we have Coach PK, and keep in mind that I guarantee you, none of us has a slight clue who is getting the most sacks this season.
Right? And we're gonna be coming off a bye week.
Yeah, they're gonna be sacks coming from every direction every week. Like,
man, I hope so. That'll be the biggest improvement to me, no matter what happens, if we get turnovers and sacks.
Yeah. Get in that
those two things I want more than anything. I want that more than the Heisman.
Yeah. So,
I agree there.
Yeah. Team success is more important than individual.
Yeah. Sacks and turnovers. Let's get both, man.
I'm just ready for our team to be respected again.
Heard that.
I hate the disrespect. And they think it's Texas fans just complain. It's not that. It's when Oklahoma or an Alabama or a Tennessee or any other team isn't doing that good, you don't hear about it. Everyone isn't just dogging them all fucking year long like they do Texas. People can't keep us out of their mouth. It is what it is.
Yeah. Nobody else gets their hand gestures turned upside down but us.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that is something from Big 12 Media Day that I want to touch on. Is they are now they said that they are going to enforce the taunting penalties, and it was the focal point of that was horns down. Was anytime somebody does the horns down, they're going to enforce a penalty.
Well, it's a little deeper than that. If they do it at a player or a coach, it's a penalty. If they do it at their own stands, it's not a penalty. If they do it in front of their own people at their own stands, it's not a penalty. But if they do it at us or at our stand or our fans, then it's a penalty.
Yeah, they do that. I'm throwing my beer can at them. I'm just saying. They come to my end zone and I'm sitting there and I'm like 10 rows in and I'm in throwing distance. They come over there and they're going like this. That beer can's getting smacked right in the face mask. They may crawl up there and whip my ass, but I'm gonna fucking be throwing some more beer cans at them.
Hey, honestly, that Iowa State game was the first time I had to deal with an opposing fan.
Oh,
remember?
Yeah, me and you, yeah.
Yeah, that big boy from Iowa State,
boy.
like,
We was finna lose
the whole game, he was all up now. Yeah. And then that fourth quarter, boy, he just got louder and louder and louder, and we got quieter and quieter. That was the first time I ever had to deal with a situation like that. That was...
And our first loss.
It was an experience,
so it was
for sure.
A double whammy. We're sitting there experiencing our first loss at a game we're at, and we're having one of their fans sitting right next to us, like 10 to 15 seats down during COVID, where there's no one. You can hear a fucking grasshopper chirp, and he's just screaming out, "Fucking go Iowa!" and Texas sucks, and all that. And all we can do is scream, "Iowa sucks!" and Texas rules, and before you know it, we just can't even say anything. Just fucking
Yeah, even though it was a double whammy, man, I'm super glad we decided to go and experience what it was like during the COVID years. Because we know what it's like when there's 105,000 people packed in there. We know what that's like, but we didn't know what the COVID year is going to be like, and it was weird.
Yeah.
It was empty. It was quiet. I mean, it was different. And then Sam Ellinger sprinting off the field, like, directly after the eyes. It was something.
Man, you know, something I feel like if we man, I'm getting to because I don't want to get back into the Tom Herman stuff, so I'm just gonna skip that because I don't want to bring Herman up. Herman's passed. He had his chance. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right, who we got after Baylor?
Iowa State.
Oh, gosh, at Iowa State.
At Iowa State. Yep.
That's going to be a tough one, man.
You know what I think? I think the quarterback's going to have to sit this one out. This is going to be a Bijan Robinson and Brees Hall, how do you say, samurai match. These boys are getting trying to show each other out.
A Heisman showdown.
Exactly, a Heisman showdown. Who is the better quarterback in the Big 12? And Bijan and Brees Hall both been to tell Casey Thompson / Hudson Card, whichever, and Brock Purdy. Look, boys, y'all sitting this one out. Just live in that 3 seconds that you hike the ball and hand it to me. 'Cause that's all you get in this game.
Man.
And with Iowa
And they're not going to just be, at this point in the season, I don't think anybody's just going to be scared of Bijan. I think they're going to be scared of Rojo. I think they're going to be scared of Keelan.
Oh, our defense, yeah. It's going to be a Bijan Robinson and defensive thing. It's going to be like the Ricky days, but with the better defense.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to predict us to win against Iowa State. I think it'll be a close game, though. I think it'll be a nail biter for sure, just like Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think we're going to be fresh, though. We're going to be coming off of a big win against Baylor, and then before that, a bye week. So I think we'll still be at that fresh point. I think we're going to, it'll be close.
Yeah, I expect us to win that game. Or let me rephrase that. I predict us to win that game.
Man, I'm shooting for a 12-0 season right here. What's wrong with me? I'm saying if we do lose one from this point before, I think it'd be Oklahoma.
I see us winning 42-38 by a touchdown.
Close.
I think it's going to kind of be like a whoever has the ball last situation, but I think Coach Shark has been in, like he said, he's been in 4 national title games, won 2, lost 2. And so
one of those losses was to Vince Young.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's keep that real.
Yeah. And he's been in a Super Bowl. So, against Tom Brady, who he lost to, which is understandable. It's Tom Brady.
Hello.
Back. So I think he'll figure out how to make sure we're the one with the ball last, because like I said, whoever has the ball last is going to win it. He's going to make sure we have the ball last, but by clock management. But if not, if we end up tied when overtime regulation is, it's going to be overtime's going to start at a score like 42-38, but it's probably going to finish closer to like the 60s. I think if we go to overtime with Iowa State, that's going to show a lot from what they're bringing in their home stadium, and it is their home stadium. And I say we go to like 2 or 3 overtimes to get the job done. If we don't win it, in regulation.
Well, I wish we could get there to support them for that game.
Whew. I wouldn't mind going to Iowa State.
I would love it.
We could take kayaks and make it into what should be a 3-day kayak trip into a 1.5-day kayak trip and use the other half for the game. Iowa State tickets probably ain't that expensive. It's Iowa State. What do they got? Corn? That'll be fun.
Disrespect.
We're gonna get there, and the front row seats are gonna be like 35 cents.
Right words.
We'll pull up to the gas station. The man's gonna start filling up our gas for us.
I am not responding, sir.
Yeah.
All right. After the nail biter to Iowa, who we got?
Kansas. And like they said, if we don't blow out Kansas, there is no more all gas, no brakes. You can't say that anymore.
Facts. That's the second easy game after Rice.
And we have it at home.
Yeah, facts. That's gonna be a highlight reel. It should be.
Oh man.
What you think, Robert?
Who is it again?
Oh wow! Welcome to the club. This is the hashtag 40 Acre Addict coming at you, sir. We're still on the
I
same.
almost spilled my water just now.
Oh, okay. We're still on the same phone call though.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Robert. Everybody, welcome our special guest, Robert Gatlin. He just appeared. The guest is scratching his ass, or finger popping his asshole. But welcome to the show, Bobby.
After Iowa State, Robert, we got Kansas.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, I guess that's just, I don't know. It ain't nothing that.
You don't even know where he's at right now. You done got that man stoned, didn't you? Stone cold killer.
This is when you want to take notes.
Yeah. Come on, Bobby.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
That is great. Alright, well. Marijuana does not affect Robert at all. But we're going to go ahead and go with my prediction.
There he goes. There he goes. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right,
We forget, anytime marijuana gets brought up, we have to represent Ricky Williams. We love you.
Yeah.
Anyway, my prediction is, the Rice game, I have us blowing them out, but not as bad as I feel this one because Shark's still going to have to learn his team. But by our 10th game at home against Kansas, that is the all gas no brakes game. We have to demolish them at home. I want an example set. I want that, other than being the conference game, to show that when we play somebody we're supposed to win, we win, and we win big. And I believe the score is going to be Kansas 0 and Texas 84. I think Shark is going to, at one point in this season, have a score that is just outrageous. That's going to show what he means by all gas, no brakes. Because you can't show all gas, no brakes when your highest score is 60-something. Everyone does that every year. I want to see a game that's like, what are y'all doing? I want people crying and blaming us, saying, Texas doesn't have sportsmanship. Yeah, That's the point of all gas, no brakes. I want to smash these people to death. I want them to feel 11 years worth of misery. I want them to feel what they did to us in 2016. They got Charlie Strong to boot. I want to see 0 to 84, bro. I want to see 0 to 84.
Man, I'm still trying to pick my jaw off the floor with that 84.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the type of game that every time the offense gets the ball, they score within a minute.
It should be a highlight reel for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
On both sides of the ball. I don't think their offensive line will compete with our D line.
I don't see their offense doing anything if Coach K does what he did at Washington. I don't see them doing anything. It's going to be an embarrassment for Kansas. There's going to be,
I hope the team get hurt on
all I
that.
got to say is they're going to cry on the bus. All the way back to Kansas. As soon as they get there, you ain't in Kansas no more. Get your little doggy.
All right, so after we score 137 against Kansas.
Yeah, that's the prediction. Hey, you got messed up because that's what I'm putting you down for. Henry's prediction, 0 to 137.
Don't you dare do that. Don't you dare. I did not want to be quoted on that. That was a joke.
Yeah, that is great.
That's funny. All right, who we got after who we got after the blowout? Of our blowout.
We're going to another elevation of 5,000 feet in the mountains of West Virginia.
Whew. They got the twins coming back. Them brothers. Oh, mercy. They're a handful, bro.
Oh, yeah.
They're a handful.
But,
I mean,
since Will Greer left, they ain't had nothing.
Yeah, and Bajan, wasn't that the game that he really stepped up in and started to shine? I don't know.
Have to go rewatch. There's a lot of those.
No, I think we'll come out on that one. I don't think it'll be too much of a nail biter, but I think we'll definitely be on top by a couple scores.
That's
what you think?
I agree.
Hello?
I'm here.
What? I was going to say, I am.
Oh, okay.
I said I agree.
Okay. What you got, Steven?
Well, seeing as West Virginia's kind of been not a problem for us the last 2 years since 2018 when Will Greer was still there, I haven't heard anything from the Mountaineers. So I don't know what they got going for them. I don't know if they're good or bad. Or honestly, if they got what they had last season, I don't see them being a problem. But we are traveling that far, and when you have to travel that far, it always plays an effect on the players. Distractions and whatnot. But I think after an 84-0 win against Kansas, I think we're going to have plenty of hypeness, and our only real threat is going to be our senior night game against Kansas State, because Kansas State got old Deuce Vaughn coming back, and they're going to want to spoil our senior night like any team wants to do. And we will be at that game for sure, because you already know I always get senior night tickets. But, yeah, so I see us winning, say, 45-28. I can't count them out on offense and what they're capable of because I really don't know. But I just put my burnt orange glasses on for this one and just predicted us with an easy win. Maybe not so easy in the first half or biting our nails, but when the second half comes out, Sharp just finds a way to separate.
Yeah, I know they have that running back. I've been sitting here trying to think of his name. They have a running back coming back that was decent last year, more than decent. But I don't think we're gonna have a problem with these guys. So, last game of the season.
Before we get in the last game of the season, where does this leave everyone at right now? Because I'm at 9-1, no 10-1 coming into this game.
Yeah, I'm still sitting at 10-1 with our only loss being Oklahoma.
Okay.
11-0.
And 11-0, forget it. Okay. Got those as ours for going into senior night. Kansas State, guys. Ooh. And if they do what I predict them to possibly do this season and be a problem, a pesky problem for Oklahoma, they're going to be a problem for us. And Deuce Vaughn, just like Bajan, is returning and coming back, and I see him as no punk.
I mean, when RD line averages, 6'4", 6'5", and Deuce Vaughn comes in at 5'3", he's fucking sneaky.
Yeah.
I mean, he is sneaky.
I mean,
that boy's got
you know what I think it is?
That boy got them happy teeth.
You know what I think this is I think that he's so little that when the D line comes to the O line, they're trying to look over their shoulders to see him, but you just can't see him because he's so little. But
no, he's already at their hips.
Yeah, but at that note, I'm gonna pass this to Robert because I know him and Deuce Vaughn have a lot in common. So I think he can cover this one better than anybody.
Why? Because he's short? You might only be an inch taller than me, big dog.
Deuce Vaughn is 5'5".
Really?
Yep.
You got any beats in, don't you, Robert?
Yeah. I'm like 5'6", maybe 5'6 and a half. Half matters, I promise.
That's what the Cowboys
Hey, you know, I bet you if him and Robert sat at the little kids' table in elementary, they could pass each other the potatoes. Yeah.
All right, so what's your prediction there, Robert?
Well, I mean, we're going to win. About the only thing I can predict. I don't even know if I want to say a score, though. I mean, I know last year we beat K-State.
Barely.
I'm going to predict something on this game that Deuce Vaughn rushes for more yards than any of the other running backs against us in next year.
All right, I'm putting that note down for you. Deuce
Do that.
Vaughn, highest rush
Because then here's my reason. Our defense is, they're not used to tackling Bajan, but they've been tackling Bajan. And that's what, like, Eric Gray and Kennedy Brooks, Brees Hall, they all fit that pretty much same Bajan type. But Deuce Vaughn isn't that type. He's a shorty doo-wop with some happy feet.
Yeah.
I mean, he almost hit 200 last year on them, I believe.
I do believe so too. I know he had more than John Robinson did. I want to say.
But John, all purpose, I think, had like 280, 279.
Man.
So that being said, after doing our regular season predictions, we want to go into the postseason or what?
Yeah, but let's be quick because we got 4 minutes. We can do.
Well,
I can
I'll
pause
go
it.
ahead and
I can pause it, and then we can do a 10-minute little postseason segment too. After we finish.
I mean, really, I just the only kind of predictions I got for that is I think we'll go into the Big 12 championship against Oklahoma, and that being our only loss in the regular season, we won't lose to them again. We'll beat them in the Big 12 championship, and I mean at that point in time, being 12-1, a very good possibility of a playoff appearance, but if not that, it'll be a New Year's Six bowl game.
I see us getting the New Year's Six bowl game. I see us winning the conference. I see it if it's being Oklahoma, but if not Oklahoma, I see it being Iowa State for sure. I think they're definitely going to be in it again if either us or Oklahoma don't show up. But
I agree with that as well.
I don't see us making the playoff unless my 10-1 prediction comes true and no one else does that great in the country, because we're going to get outvoted. I think even if we win if we're 10-1 and we win the conference, I see us getting outvoted.
You mean 11-1?
Yes. It's my apologies. I'm saying 10-1 because I had that down for the going into senior night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. Texas is always way underrated. I mean, we've been way overrated over the last decade, but when it comes to national, I don't even know how to say it, the national point of view, everybody else looking at us, nobody likes Texas.
Not yet. It's hard to be a team that has to play the best every week because
You there, Henry?
oh my goodness, I was muted.
Oh, you muted yourself?
Yeah, my bad.
Well, we got a minute and a half.
All right, hashtag 40 Acres Addicts. Predictions out.
Alrighty.
Remember to subscribe for the Jacoby Jones.
Yep. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell because supper's always ready. Remember, Jacoby Jones Glove goes out and we hit 1,000 subscribers, and whoever helps us get there and drops their comment below will be in the raffle, and we'll have a chance to win that. You want to say anything before we go, Bobby?
Hook 'em. Hook 'em.
Hook 'em, y'all. It's hashtag 40 Acres out.